Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another FIFA Flow podcast. Welcome back to another video. Today guys, we're going to be doing La Liga Team of the Season using EA Sports FIFA 23 nominations, guys. So it's very simple. We had some nominations. We had some Team of the Season voting in the past. We did a community Team of the Season. We did a Premier League Team of the Season. We did a Bundesliga Team of the Season. And now we are here today doing a La Liga Team of the Season using the nominations by EA Sports FIFA 23, guys. I will mention some other players who have not been mentioned in the nominations. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We're also gonna end off. I know it's gonna be a bit of a shorter video today because we're only gonna be talking about the La Liga Team of the Season. So on top of that, we have some football knowledge, I guess, games we're gonna do at the end. We have 3 of them to test my knowledge, guys, my football knowledge. But yeah, I think the next episode will be on Wednesday. We're probably going to be talking about the football games from the weekend. I do have some upcoming tests like today and maybe on Wednesday as well. Like I do have an upcoming test tomorrow actually, for like geography and stuff. So that's why I can't really do a long podcast today. That's why I'm only going to be doing a short podcast talking about the La Liga Team of the Season. Let's go right into it, guys. Let's start it off with goalkeepers, guys. I mean, this season, man, Courtois, I think even last season, man, Courtois, man, has been a prime Yashin, man. He's in his prime. I mean, I think he's about like 31 years old, I think, or 29 years old, somewhere in his about late 20s or like very early 30s, maybe even 30 years old, I believe. So I think Courtois is a fantastic keeper. He's doing it last season. Not only did he do it in the La Liga, but also in the Champions League, and same thing going on this season. Of course, Real Madrid being favorites to win the Champions League year in year out. I mean, not last year, but still, the Madrid fans at least were favored. They favored Madrid to win because they know the remontada, the comeback kings. Real Madrid, the passion, the mentality that they have will get them through. And this year, same thing. They're having a killer season. Vinicius Jr., the midfield, the future young midfield, just brilliant from Real Madrid. But in the back line, Courtois as well. What a keeper he is. I mean, prime Yashin, as I mentioned. So I think for me, he has to be a shot. But man, oh man, how close Marc-Andre Ter Stegen is, man. This guy has had probably one of his, I wouldn't say one of his best. I think he's had better seasons for sure, like back in the UCL days. But I think he's like, I feel like in the past 2-3 years, he hasn't had the best season. He hasn't had the best season, and I think from those past 2-3 years, this is now his best season under Xavi as well. I think he's having a great season. So I think it's very, very close to say like, oh, does Ter Stegen deserve it? Does Courtois deserve it? To be fair, I'm pretty sure like, if we take a look at the La Liga table, I'm pretty sure like look at this, man. Goals. Let's take a look. How many goals have Barcelona conceded? I'm pretty sure only 9 goals in 28 games. So this was a few weeks ago. So 9 goals. I'm pretty sure it's this one here. Goals. I don't know what A stands for. So goal difference. This is goal difference. Goals like conceded and then goal scored. Not quite sure what F stands for and stuff, and A stands for. But yeah, they've scored 59 goals. Only 11 goals conceded in the La Liga. That is pretty crazy. When you take a look at, oh, but Real Madrid, man, like how many goals have Real Madrid conceded this season? Not in the Champions League. La Liga. Take a look at La Liga. $65 concede. No, that's how many they have scored. I'm not quite sure. I'm pretty sure it's this goal GA. So if that is true, man, 30 goals conceded against Real Madrid. I mean, we can go like count if we really wanted to. Like, let's just take a look in the past 10 games. How many they have conceded? So if we take a look, 2 over here. Over here they did not play. 4 over here, so that's 6 already. 6. you take a look over here, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Keep on going, like 13 here. If we, I don't know, 13. And then there's no more. But man, 14 goals in the past. What match day was this? Oh, now it loads. Oh no, over here, 14, 22 matches in the last. What is that? 22 in the last 9 matches, or how many matches have they played? In the last 10 matches, they've conceded 12. Did I count 12 or 13 goals? In the last, yeah. So I think this G8 is the goals conceded. So when you take a look at that, man, and then when you take a look at Barcelona, now you could say, but like it's very close. The only thing that like you can say Courtois did better is because, like I guess you can say it's because he's not only doing it in the La Liga but also in the Champions League. But then also when you look at the goals conceded, 30 and 11. I think I'm gonna have to put Ter Stegen, man. I really think I'm gonna have to change my verdict and say Ter Stegen as goalkeeper La Liga team this season. I know that they're not in the Champions League, so it doesn't. But I mean, 30 and then conceding 30 goals in the La Liga compared to 11 for Ter Stegen. I mean, what a season for Ter Stegen. As I said previously, like if you take a look at previous seasons, if you take a look here, Barcelona last season conceded 38 goals. The season before, 38 goals yet again. If we take a look back then, like another over here, 38 goals. I mean, if we go back to when they won the UCL, only 29 goals, but like 38 goals. Like, I think this season, man, Courtois has been, or Ter Stegen has been killing it. So I think for me, I'm gonna have to switch my verdict and say Courtois team of this, or Ter Stegen team of the season for La Liga. But guys, as I mentioned, like you saw me right away putting in Courtois. That's because last year, this year, even in the Champions League, he's doing it. So it's a very close call. But when you take a look at the goal conceded, I mean, not all the time is it the keeper's fault. Maybe it's like the defense, like it's a deflected off the defense at a bad angle, like Harry Maguire against like De Gea against Harry Maguire on that deflected header against Sevilla in the first leg of the Europa League quarterfinals. Similar to that, like it's not always the goalkeeper's fault, but at the same time, like they should be prepared at all costs. So I think Ter Stegen, but it's very, very close. Shout outs to Courtois. He's going to be my honorable mention. We go to the defenders, and personally, I would have to say, man, like I have not watched any Atletico de Madrid. I did not watch Atletico de Madrid a lot. Molina, I think he's had a pretty decent season. I'm not sure if he played at the World Cup. I think he did, but not 100% sure. No Alaba, no Rudiger. I think Alaba had a better season last season for his first season at Madrid. They won the Champions League as well. I think he was a huge player for Madrid in that backline, especially after losing Rafael Leao, or not Rafael Leao, Rafael Varane, as well as Sergio Ramos, two beasts of the beast duo, the OG beast duo. Not OG. It used to be like it used to be the Brexit duo. Pepe and Ramos, but like the old duo, the former duo of Varane and Ramos, they left last season, and I think when Alaba came, like he still like showed that he was able to lock down that back line and show like a leadership in that back line. So for that reason, I feel like Alaba had a better season last season, but I think he should still be in this nomination. I don't know why. I think at right back we're gonna go ahead and put Jules Koundé, man. He's a beast for Barcelona this season. Even in the World Cup, he killed it. Same goes for Eder Militao. He's one of the best, if not the best center back, alongside with Araujo, like central center backs. Even like if Araujo was in this vote, I don't know why EA don't watch football, but Araujo has to be in this right back. But I think 100% I would put Araujo, Koundé, Militao, and probably like Camavinga. If I had the option to put Camavinga at left back, I would. But since I don't, like I'm gonna be selecting someone else. And I think like Gaia. I think I've heard some stuff about him having a pretty decent season. Maybe Balde as well. He's having a pretty decent season. I think Pau Torres. He had a fantastic season last season with Villarreal in the Champions League. 100%. Haven't really watched Villarreal much this season, so not quite sure how Pau Torres is doing. Jimenez is not a bad shot as well. Molina as well. I think we'll put in Molina. I think I've seen a few highlights of him, and I have heard a few good things about him from the World Cup and from Atletico. I'm not quite sure from Atletico de Madrid, but I think I've seen a few highlights from him at the World Cup, and I think World Cup tax has to push him up there, has to put him up there for sure. Eder Militao, Koundé, 100% over here, and then left back, as I said, if I had the option to do Camavinga, I think Camavinga would be in that left back for La Liga team of the season instead of the midfield. And then Gaia, as I said, I'm not quite sure about Gaia. As I said, Pau Torres, he had a better season last season. I think I'm gonna go with this, with the nominations that I am able to choose here from EA Sports FIFA 23. This is what I'm gonna go with. But if I was free, if I had the option to freely select my my options, I would go with Koundé at I would still choose Koundé and Militao at the two center backs. I would put Araujo right back, and then I would put Camavinga left back, and then my nominations would be like Alaba, Rudiger, and I'm pretty sure that's pretty much it for my back line. Maybe like Jimenez and Pau Torres. I'm not quite sure. I think Jimenez had a pretty good, decent season, and then Balde for sure. I think he's he's definitely like a nomination if I was able to put like Alaba, if I was able to put Camavinga and Araujo in, they would go in for sure at those two fullbacks. But since I'm not, these two, Molina and Balde, were going in. But if I were, then 100% Rudiger, Alaba, Molina, and Balde would be, and Jimenez as well. I think I've seen some good highlights of him this season. I think those five would be my defense honorable mentions, like some mentions on top of that. But with the options that we have, that is my backline. We go to the midfield now. Now, as much as I like to say that Madrid are the best team in the world, which they are 100%. I cannot, unfortunately, I cannot do this. This is just a robbery because, man, when you speak about the La Liga, man, Barcelona are probably the best team. I mentioned this in the last podcast as well. When it comes to specifically Spain, I think Barcelona are the best team of all time in Spain. But when it comes to more global achievements, European achievements, Real Madrid are clear. Even as a whole club, Real Madrid are clear. But in the country of Spain, if it only consists in Spain, nothing else, I think Barcelona are clear. And with the season they've had, with the amount of progress they've made, the amount of talent, I guess like ever since Xavi came, man, the Xavi effect, the Xavi bill, I feel like you have to give respect to some of these Barcelona players. 100%. I know Modric had a killer season for his age as well. This guy, he ages like fine wine. However, I do think he had a better season last season. I really have to put in Frankie de Jong, man. As I mentioned, the progress, the Xavi effect, the way they've transformed, the way they've developed as a team in the La Liga this season is pretty crazy. As I mentioned, if I was able to put Camavinga left back, I would 100% put Camavinga left back, and then put De Jong CDM, and then put in Valverde as well, or Luka Modric as well. But unfortunately, with the options that we have here by EA Sports FIFA 23, we won't be able to do that. And even then, I'm still going to be putting in, yeah, it's a very, very tough one. Like with I feel like it's such robbery to not put in Modric, but at the same time, like Barcelona have had a killer season, probably one of their best seasons, like this, like their best, like the way they've progressed under Xavi is really, really good since their past few. If you take a look at their past few seasons, like past 2-3 seasons, this has to be their best season in the 20s era, like the 2020s era, and in those era, 2020, 2021, and 2022, 2023. Like this has to be their best 20s season. So that's why I really have to respect, as much as I know that Real Madrid are the best club in Spain. However, Barcelona and this season they've had a killer season. However, if I was freely able to vote, I would put Camavinga left back, and then in that case I would be able to put in De Jong at CDM, and then also put in Modric. But with the options that we have, I think I'm gonna go with this. 100% Luka Modric will be an honorable mention. Same with Pedri and the Gavi for sure. I think those are, and Toni Kroos as well. I think those are gonna be my honorable mentions there in the midfield. I don't really. I think Nico Williams, he's had a pretty decent season. Like he's a young and talented. Um, Marino as well. He's pretty decent as well. I think Joaquin deserves a shout out as well. I mean, his last season he's going to be retiring from Real Betis as well, so I think he deserves a shout out. But yeah, that is my thoughts on the La Liga midfield team of the season. Now the attack. I'm gonna go all out on this attack. Vinny Jr. by far the best winger, not only in La Liga, in the world for me. I think he's the best left wing, the best attack, the most talented winger in the world currently. I'd say you could argue Mbappe as well. I think Mbappe is more of a central, like a striker. So I think out wide, like going down those wings, I know Mbappe is very similar, but I think the way that Mbappe plays, he plays like he goes down those wings still, but he also cuts inside more than Vinny does. Vinny goes down those wings, he goes all the way to the edge of the box, cuts into to passes to Benzema and they score. I think that's more, and the way he does it really is like such talented. He has that Brazilian, the samba, the flair on top of that. So Vinny, man, the Brazilian samba, the step overs, he's improved so much. When you take a look at 2019, 2018, 2020, 2021, he's improved so much last season and this season as well. Like, man, Vinny Jr., best winger, the Brazilian samba, the skills that he does, the effect, and it's not just like, oh, I'm gonna do a skill to make it look good. He does it in an effective way. He does like a feint where he dummies the ball, goes through the legs like that Fernandinho last season against Manchester City. He does like effective skills. He does like all this, like the step over, he does it well, like similar to young Cristiano Ronaldo back at his United days, like going down those wings, cutting inside, passing it into the middle of the box. Very, very similar. I mean, he is a Madrid player, so he learned from Ronaldo as well, so I think he has to be up there. Now, Benzema and Lewandowski. I think Benzema had a better season last season. I mean, this guy is also not only doing it in La Liga, but also in the Champions League as well. As much as like, I think both Benzema and Lewandowski both have a similar record in the La Liga, but on top of that, Benzema is also doing it in the Champions League as well. He scored a hat trick. I think was it a hat trick against Barcelona, or 2 goals, and then he scored a brace and an assist against Barcelona. The game before that Barcelona game as well, he scored a hat trick, like back-to-back hat tricks. Like, I think we have to give it to Benzema, but Lewandowski is a huge shout as well. Now on the right wing, I did mention that Barcelona are having a killer season, guys. But I think my shoutouts are going to be Lewandowski, Dembele, and Rafinha. But for me, guys, Griezmann, guys, Griezmann has to be. I love Griezmann, guys. He's so effective. I think Griezmann, man, is probably one of the most underrated players, maybe of all time. Not of all time. Like, he's definitely up there in like the top 10. I'd say top 10. I feel like people don't appreciate him. I think this season he's had a killer. In the World Cup, people are saying, "Oh, Mbappe carried France, bro." No ways, man. Because when you watch Griezmann, he was so effective in defense. He was able to get the ball back. He was like physical and stuff. He was the way he created in that midfield area when he played in in the World Cup. I think he was so effective. Even with Atletico de Madrid, I think it was a highlight like two games ago, or their last game, man. He had some banger opportunities to score against the opponent. I think it was was it against Barcelona? I think it was the Barcelona Atletico game. Was it this past weekend? I think it was 2 weekends ago. But man, like Griezmann, man, the way he's like able to, his finesse shots like curled around the keeper, he's able to get in behind, the way he's able to create chances. I think this guy has to. Is for me. I think I love Griezmann, man. The flair, Greasy, he just has that personality as well. Adds on top of it. But as I mentioned, with how good Barcelona are doing this season, I think Lewandowski, Dembele, and especially Rafinha deserve 100% an honorable mention as well. Yeah, that is gonna be my La Liga team this season. As I mentioned, in the back, in the goalkeeper, very close between Courtois and Ter Stegen. In the back line, if Araujo was a vote, I would put him in. And if I was able to put Camavinga at left back, I would. And if I was able to do that, then my honorable mentions would be Molina, Balde, Rudiger, and Alaba. But with the mentions, with the nominations that we have here by EA Sports FC, FIFA 23, this is my selection here. In the midfield, as I mentioned, if I was able to put Camavinga left back, I was, because then I would put Modric in the midfield. But since I cannot, I'm gonna be going with this. Probably I'll switch it like this. I think this is better. Frankie de Jong, more of that controlling CDM type player. I mean, same with Camavinga, but I think this is better. Honorable mention going to Toni Kroos, definitely Luka Modric, Pedri, and Gavi for sure. And then in the attack, 100%. I know Barcelona are having a killer season, but Lewandowski, Dembele, Rafinha are going to be my honorable mentions. So yeah, that is my La Liga team of the season. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. As I said, it's going to be a bit of a shorter episode today. That's about 20 minutes. Let's go ahead do some of these football, I guess, mini games you can say. Oh no. It just lagged, man. It just lagged. I don't know why my computer lags, man. Okay, let's go. Okay, so first, so this is where it gives you the career, and then you have to guess who the player is based off of the career. So 39 appearances and 14 goals at Albino Leffe. What freaking club is that? I have no clue. Let's just take a look at the country, because I think it's fair enough that we get to look at the country. Sounds like an Albanian. I don't know. Maybe because Albino Leffe. Was that the name? Albino Leffe in Serie C, bro. In the Serie C, the third division of the of Italy, man. What in the world? So I want to say it's like a Italian player, but you never know. I think let's just start it off with a Bonucci. I think a Bonucci is fair. It's the league, man. Oh my. It's a Serie A player. Man, my computer, man. Palermo for 2 seasons. Aren't Palermo, man? Aren't they like a Brazilian or like a Argentinian team? Or am I just getting? Oh, it's an Italian team. I've never heard of this guy's. My negative ball knowledge in the Serie B. Okay, let's go ahead do like a Barilla, maybe like a Chiesa. No, not a Chiesa. What the heck? Let's go look at Nicolo Barella. Torino. Ooh, Torino. Wait, who's a not Balotelli? Definitely not Balotelli. He's at like Man City and stuff. What's his name? Balotelli. Bro, I just said not Balotelli. Now who's that striker, man? I think he's at Roma now this season. Let's just go Tammy Abraham. Because I'm pretty sure he's at Roma, man. What is his name? I know. Bro, I forgot his name. He's a striker. He played against the AC Milan game this season, or just this weekend as well. What is his name? He's a striker, man. Not Pellegrini. Bellotti? I think, is that his name? Not Bolatelli, but Bellotti. Vamos, man. I knew he was at Torino last season. I knew he was at Torino, and then I remember I seeing him in the Roma game. I remember he went to Roma. So too good, man. My ball knowledge came in after seeing Torino. I knew exactly who it was. Because I knew he transferred. So that is the first mini game. Let's go over to missing 11. If my computer would like to load, please. Sorry about the load here, guys. We'll just wait. But yeah, man, my ball knowledge, man. Ball knowledge. 23 games this season, 1 goal. That is pretty sad. Okay, so Everton's win against brother. What? Everton, man. They expect me to know Everton? Hell no. I'm not doing PSV. Yeah, no, I have no knowledge on PSV. Barcelona's loss, 3-1 loss to Betis. Brother, Barcelona, I mean, I don't know, should we try? So who's gonna be here? Like a Messi? Messi here, man. My ball knowledge is gonna be negative here. Like, was PK still at? I think no. Wait, what year was this? I think PK went back to Barcelona in 07, was it? Or I think it was 07. Match info. Oh no, is that gonna send me back to? That's gonna send me back to today's one, man. And now it's gonna take years to load. Alright, let's just end this one, bro. My negative ball knowledge is gonna get to me. But let's just take a look at PK. When did he... Was it 07? I think it was 07. Because he was at United. PK... Let's just take a look. When did he go back to Barcelona? I think it was 07. Oh no, okay, so 2004 to 2008 he was at Manchester United, but then 2006 to 2007 he was at loan to Real Zaragoza, and then at 2008 he went back to Barcelona. Okay, yeah, not 2007, the year after 2007. So yeah, this guy's we're gonna end it off. It's a chemistry game, so it's similar to FIFA 23 chemistry. It's gonna give you a club, and then you have to kind of get full chemistry on the team. So I think who's gonna give me the best chemistry? I think Richarlison. I think Harry Kane. I think we'll go with a Harry Kane. Next is gonna give me a Bayern Munich. So we need a player, like we need to get chemistry on Harry Kane. Like they have some similarity, but for Bayern Munich, not really any English players. I think we'll go with like a Kimmich. German. Argentina. Does Bayern have any Argentina players? Neither does. Actually, no, they don't. I think Spurs has an Argentina player. What's his name? Romero. Christian Romero. So they get the Spurs link. Scottish. I think we'll go ahead and just do what's his name? Robertson. For Liverpool. Germany. Ooh, Germany. Like, do I want to go with the Bayern German player? Do I want to go with the Prem German player? I think we'll go with the Bayern German player. We'll go with Leon Goretzka. So that gets the German and the Bayern link. Frankfurt, we'll go up to Frankfurt. I think we'll go with Kolo Muani. I think for the French. I think we need to start getting that French. Kolo Muani. Gonna be pretty nice there. Ojacine Nice. I think we'll go get a French link there. Go with Todibo in the back line here. And then French itself. Ooh, we'll probably do like a French like. Ooh, or do we want to do like a Atal, man, like a Ratal? Who's a French player from Kevin Thuram, or not Kevin? Is it Keprin? Keprin Thuram. Let's just see here. Keprin Thuram. I know. I think he plays on the left side, but still. Ooh, wait, who's that French player? I think he also plays for Nice, or English player. He plays for Nice as well. I'm pretty sure. I think he plays for Nice, but I'm not quite sure his name. Oh, is this cheating if I search it up, chat? Chat, why am I saying chat like I'm streaming, guys? English. We could go with a Jude Bellingham as well. That would be pretty decent. Or Trent Alexander-Arnold for that Liverpool link. I think that's pretty nice. Manchester City. Yet again, like I need that Ligue 1 player, but I also need that French player as well. I'm trying to get chemistry here. Who's like a French? Do they have any French midfielders? French midfielders. I'm trying to think here. Like who plays for Man City? Grealish. I think I'll just go with Grealish, man. And lastly, I think we need like a Ligue 1 player. Oh, no Ligue 1. Lloris, if I put a Lloris, I think that gets chemistry. Oh, it doesn't. I think we're missing one more French player, but that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Best of chemistry. Yeah, we're just missing. If we had a Ligue 1 French player, man, that would have been pretty nice. Or Bundesliga. Yeah, I think if it was Ligue 1, we would have had everyone on full cam except Kolo Muani. Yeah, guys, that's gonna go and end off the video. As we said, my La Liga team of the season right here, with the honorable mentions, and then we did a few mini games with the ball knowledge, elite ball knowledge. If you guys went on to enjoy today's video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell. As I said, next video will probably be on Wednesday. We're going to be talking about the games from this past weekend, as well as some football news. But for now, stay positive, stay flow, and I'll see you later. Peace. Have a good one.